Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. It's one of my least favorite days on the farm, but we got to get the brooders cleaned out. All right, that job is done. Not sure who's more happy, the chickens or myself. If you guys remember, we have 50 Cornish, 50 commercial brown sex links egg layers in here. When we got them in here, we talked about our hope that the egg layers would scratch around and break up some of the poop. If you guys have ever raised Cornish cross, you guys know that they poop a lot and you just get layers of poop in your brooders. For the most part, they did okay. Obviously, it's a lot of poop. These guys are going about 3 weeks old, so 100 birds in here. We're expecting a lot of poop, but it wasn't the thick layers that we normally get. The only issue I'm having, it's been a while since we got new egg layers. They definitely like to scratch all the feed out, so we're losing a lot of feed in this method with these layers, but they are happy. Here's the other batch here. We are happy. Smells better, looks better. I would get these guys outside. They are going on 3 weeks old, but we have had some nights down in the low 50s, and I don't think they would do that great. So we're gonna give them that extra week, let them get to 4 weeks old where they're fully feathered before we take them outside. So I do have one more thing in here that I need to show you guys. I did not show you or tell you when we got it. It's over here in the dark. But we added some more chickens. Go figure, right? Chicken math. So lighting's not the best in here, but I've got 5 roosters and 10 hens. Let's see if I can zoom in. They're a little scared of us yet, but I'm not gonna tell you what breeds we've got here. The black ones we've never had on the farm before, and the other birds we have. So put down on the comments if you guys know what these 2 breeds are. We got the extra roosters because I don't have any roosters left on the farm right now. All we've got is hens, and I wanted to put some roosters in with those egg layers next spring. Love those roosters. I bet you some of you guys are gonna know what kind they are. Like I said, those hens we've never had. Put down in the comments, what do you think? What do you think they are? Kind of always had wanted to breed maybe like a Casey Farms chicken, a little cross that we thought might be a good layer and a pretty bird. So these are the 2 breeds I'm starting with. I've had talks with Jamie to add a couple more breeds, and you know how chicken math works. It'll probably happen. I just don't know when, but I want to get them this time of year so they're ready in the spring. So brooder job is done. This is probably their second favorite day on the farm. And this by far is their favorite day on the farm when we can get them out on pasture. So that will come in about a week for those chickens in the brooder. This is our second to last batch of Cornish out here on pasture, and they are doing fantastic. It is just amazing to watch these birds out on pasture acting like real chickens, fertilizing our lawn. I have not been able to keep up on mowing this year just because this grass is growing like crazy. But this is definitely the birds' favorite day on the farm when they come out to grass. And those birds will be coming out next week. Since we've been dealing with chickens today, we might as well come out and see the main flock. Had a lot of comments that I need to change my feed, and yes, I've heard all the Tractor Supply, Purina, whatever that chicken food is. I really don't think it's the feed. I think it's a combination of things. I think it's the hot weather we had. The days are getting shorter, and once they had the hot weather, I had a lot of birds start to molt. So once they start molting, you guys know they stop laying a little bit. And so it's just been a combination of things, but I don't think it's a feed. With that being said, got a lot of these, talked to you guys about it, a lot of these brown sex links that are older, going on 2.5, almost 3 years, and their production does go down every year. So instead of continuing to feed these guys, we are probably going to start getting rid of our older chickens. There's a lot of people that will use those as stew hens, and a lot of people just want some chickens that are already laying, and they're not laying massive amounts, but 2 to 3 a week is not bad for a lot of smaller families. So we're going to start getting rid of our older chickens. I can't afford to keep feeding them if they are not laying. I've used the same feed ever since I've had these birds, and they have been doing fine. So I really don't think it's the feed. I've talked to a lot of you guys in the comments, and a lot of you guys have had your chickens stop laying as well at this time of year. So not 100% sure. I just think it's a combination of things. So anyway, that's the update on the flock. And like I said, there's no roosters in here. So we need to add some roosters. I love to have roosters. Roosters just kind of keep the flock organized and in line. And I don't have any of that right now, so I need to get those roosters in, but that's going to be a while until they're old enough to be out here. So that's it for chickens today. We got one set of pigs we've got to combine. If you guys have followed along, you know what they are. I'm going to grab some lunch, then we're going to get those guys moved together. I think they know what time it is. Jelly Bean, Chloe, Large Marge, Penny, Delilah, Josie's coming down. We are moving them across the path into a grassy area. Definitely a lot of shade still. My plan was to move them down and clear this woods out, but we'll do that later when there's not some pasture growing over here. We may take them from this side and move them over here on the next move, but we're moving over into the pasture. You can see they've cleared this up well and ready to get moving. So we are going to be adding 2 other sows to them, and they are right down here at the end of what we call, what do we call this? Just had a brain fart. The meadow. We call this the meadow. I've still got some burning to do. Today actually might be a good day to start. Once we move these pigs, the wind has kind of died down. Haven't been doing it. It's been a little bit breezy, but we will get that going. So we got Millie and Willow down here, and they are going to be joining the rest of our sow group. They've done a great job over here. Here's Willow. They all know what's going on. They feel like they see the fences going up and they know what time it is. So there's Willow and Millie. So we're gonna get them all moved into one area. Plenty of room for them. You ready, Willow? Willow's our hose drinker. She loves drinking out of the hose. Unfortunately, we don't have a hose over here, but it's quite funny. So we'll get them moved across. I'm gonna go get a little bucket of feed. It's always very helpful on these moves, and we will combine all these sows together. All right, 2 pigs in. Willa and Millie. That's Willa, not Willow, just kidding. All right, we've got 6 more. I hear them honking. See them waiting for us. Let's go get them pigs in here along with these. Okay, we've got another successful move. We've got all our sows back together. Hey Millie, how are you doing? You going at it with Penny already? Sows are figuring out pecking order again, as usual. Normally Penny there, the big ginger, she's probably one of the most dominant. She's also one of the biggest, her and Jelly Bean right behind her there. But Love moving these pigs, love getting them onto fresh pasture. We didn't even mow this one down. We'll see what these pigs do. And they mowed through the woods over there, so we'll see how they do. Some of this might be seeded out and a little bit too long, but that is okay. There is some peppermint in here. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells amazing in here. So anyway, the girls are back together. We got one pig out there by the cart. Cow. He's sniffing around for dinner, but glad to have this done. We got one less stop now with all these together and just making our lives a little bit easier. We got a pig loo in over here, but I don't even have it really set up with hay or anything, just because it's still nice for the pigs. They don't really sleep inside when it's this nice outside. So we're not gonna get those ready quite yet, but I've got some things to do. I just got stung. If you can tell by my fat hand here, I just got stung about 50 times by some hornets. I was moving some boxes around, and so I'm about ready to go in and sit down, but I've got some chores to do. We're gonna knock out those chores. I'm gonna go sit down for a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Delilah, you come to say hi? Not so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you're having a great weekend. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to make the change. We'll see you guys on the next video.